Alright, so I have one question for everybody who went to see this movie. Did anybody else get these Pokemon cards? I mean, I already opened them, but, like, here, let me show you. This is kind of what I got here. Like, did anybody else get those? Just me? Okay, well, anyway. Rob Letterman, oh man, I really hope you can break the video game curse. Please let it happen. Please let it happen. Pokémon Detective Pikachu. Pokémon Detective Pikachu is directed by Rob Letterman, and it stars Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu, and it also stars Justice Smith and Catherine Newton. And basically what this movie is there's a guy that's missing, this guy's son. He runs into the guy's Pikachu, and then the Pikachu, he speaks. Only Justice Smith's character can understand him for some reason. And then basically they have to figure out where the Justice Smith's father is. And on the way, they run into a news reporter played by Catherine Newton. And an adventure ensues. A Pokemon adventure ensues. And they live in this city where humans and Pokemon coexist. Pokemon battling has been banned. So yeah, let's get into Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Alright, so going into this movie, I didn't really know what to expect. I was really looking forward to it though, because I thought the trailers were really good. I think Rob Letterman is a pretty solid directing choice for the movie. And I like Ryan Reynolds as the choice for Pikachu. And I was just really hoping that this would be the movie to break the dreaded video game curse. You know, the video game curse where video game movies all suck. That curse. Yeah, I was hoping this movie would be the one to break it. And I'm happy to say, for the most part, it did. This movie was a lot of fun. I thought it was really enjoyable. First off, the best part of this movie is easily Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. I thought he was fantastic in the role. He pretty much plays like this Deadpool Ryan Reynolds character, but only without the curse words because the movie's rated PG, and without the violence, of course. And he's just inside a fluffy little Pikachu's body. Either way, I thought he had the same wit that he did in the Deadpool movies. I thought he was very funny. I thought a lot of his jokes landed really well. They were really funny. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu I thought was absolutely fantastic. He kills it in this movie. Basically carries the entire thing. Like, without Ryan Reynolds, I don't know that I would have liked this movie. He pretty much carries the whole thing. Now, also the action sequences. I thought the action sequences, for the most part, were really cool. And the visual effects, I thought the visual effects were really good as well. And just the whole adventure and like the whole Pokemon world, I thought it looked really good. And I thought it was good. I thought the story was really good. I thought I already talked about the visuals, but like the Pokemon themselves, I thought they looked really cool. And it was very nostalgic for me as a Pokemon fan, especially as a fan of the games, because like you see Pikachu and it's like, oh my gosh, it's Pikachu. It was just very nostalgic for me. And seeing Pokemon like Greninja, Torterra, and Psyduck. Psyduck had a pretty funny role in this movie as well. And like even like Ludicolo, who's in it for like 2 seconds. But yeah, like if this movie was just about the Pokemon, I would have absolutely loved it. I still enjoyed it, but I feel like I would have loved it a lot more if it were just about the Pokemon. And some of the human characters I thought were okay. Like Catherine Newton, I thought she was an alright character. But yeah, really, this movie's about the Pokemon. And I really like the visuals, the cinematography, the action sequences, and especially Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. And yeah, it's been such a long time since we had a good video game movie. And by such a long time, I mean never. Because we've never had a good video game movie. Like the only other video game movie that... Well, I guess there is Rampage, which is a guilty pleasure, but Warcraft is really the only video game movie I was kind of into, and even that wasn't that great. So yeah, it's been so disappointing to see these video game movies just do so poorly, both critically and financially. But yeah, it seems like this one's going to be a breakthrough for it. Oh boy, Lord help us when Sonic the Hedgehog comes out, though. That and the freaking Angry Birds movie, too. Oh boy. As much as I was entertained by Pokemon Detective Pikachu, it's definitely not without its flaws. In fact, I do think it's very flawed. The pacing at times I thought was a bit slow, kind of tedious at points. I was like, okay, get along with the story here. But easily the worst part of this movie is the human characters. Other than Catherine Newton, I really didn't care about any of the human characters. Justice Smith, yeah, wasn't a big fan of his character here. And same with the the twist villain. There's a twist villain in this movie, and I thought it was so predictable, and it just did nothing for me. He didn't really have a very clear motivation, and just like the whole twist at the end as well. There's a twist toward the end of this movie. I thought that was kind of predictable as well, especially once you see a certain plot point in the middle of the movie. It's like, okay, you can kind of predict where it's gonna end up and where it's gonna go. So yeah, definitely a lot of problems in that general area. Also, there are some action sequences, a few, that are kind of like, okay, it's a little over the top, especially at one point where they're in a forest and there's it totally defies the laws of physics. It's like, okay, you expect me to suspend my disbelief now. Alright, Rob Letterman. Alright. And yeah, there are some tropes that have to do with video game, like mainly some of the humor. I thought some of the humor was really cheesy, really dumb. But yeah, that's just me, of course. A lot of the humor does work, but there's other humor that's just really silly and just kind of out of left field. Now, while I don't think Pokemon Detective Pikachu is a great movie, I thought it was a lot of fun nonetheless. It's a huge step up for video game movies in general. And like I said earlier, it's unfortunate that Sonic doesn't look very good because, yeah, I was hoping the video game curse would be broken forever and we get many more good video game movies. But it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen with Sonic and Angry Birds 2 coming out later. But yes, I'm happy to say that we finally have a good, enjoyable, fun video game-based movie out there. So, yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to give Pokemon Detective Pikachu a 72% certified, or not certified fresh rating. 72 is actually right below my certified fresh cutoff point. But it's still a fresh rating nonetheless. That is a solid B. Alright, so there's my review of Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Have you guys seen Pokemon Detective Pikachu? If so, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. And again, anyone get these Pokemon cards? Let me know down below if they got their Pokemon cards along with their ticket. Because, yeah, I feel like I'm the only one that did for some reason. Not a lot of people in my theater had them. So, yeah, make sure to let me know down below. And what's your favorite Pokemon or your favorite Pokemon type? For me, I've always been a Charizard fan or a Swampert fan. Basically, anyone from Gen 1 to Gen 3. I haven't really gotten into Gen 4 or later, but Gen 1 to Gen 3. I love a lot of the Pokemon games in that generation. So yeah, I actually have a lot of the Pokemon games here. Like, you got your Leaf Green, you got Emerald, and some of the other games as well. They're all in these cartridges, but yeah, basically all the Gen 3 games. Yeah, here's another Emerald, another Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Fire Red. So yeah, feel free to let me know what's your favorite game, what's your favorite Pokemon. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more reviews to come in the future. I do still need to see the movie Longshot, but hopefully I'll see that soon. I still need to do my Avengers spoiler review, so expect that up sometime soon within the next week or so. But yeah, until the next video, once again, my name is the California Cougar. And always remember, stay California cool. Peace.